Hi, I'd like to apologise, I haven't sent any of these videos out lately. It's a combination of holidays, sickness, very high heat in England, and just laziness, I think. But here we go, I'll get you some more new ones. I've been down to the old coin shop, and here we go. So the first one is Albania, 1927. Man on a horse. And then you got, I think this is it Apollo or something like that? One of the, and you've got Albania in Albanian. I wouldn't like to say how you pronounce that with an SHQ. Shuk, not sure. But Albania 1927. Belgium 1918. This one I think they're in zinc because in those times the war had just finished and they were still using material they could, because I think copper and nickel and that was used in the war effort, so they had to find other cheap materials they could use, and zinc and aluminium were the ones they often used. So 50 cents, Belgium 1918. These are ones with these holes in. I'm not sure what the hole signifies in Belgian coins, unlike Chinese coins where they slotted them together on a string and had them on the belt. I'm not sure why they put a hole in these Belgian coins. If anybody knows, let me know. Belgium again, 1916, so only 2 years a bit earlier. 10 cents. Again in the zinc, I think it is. Trouble with the zinc, it's not very, you can't see it so well because it's a very dull and a very dark material. Got the line of Belgium on there. Here we got a little bit of silver. I always like a bit of silver. 1912, 50 cents, Canada. Quite a nice coin, this one. Paid a little bit more money for it. Nice and heavy, nice chunky piece of silver, which I always like to feel and have. And there he is in his George V, King and Emperor of India. Now I've got some German. I'm going to get some more German states coins. When I went in there the other day into the coin shop, he had a packet and it had, well, he had a sort of a lever arch file with a number of German states in, both sort of 19th century and sort of 16th and 17th century. So I might get some more of these because they are quite interesting. As I've said in previous videos, I'm not sure how they got by, because you might be near another town and there might be 3 or 4 towns near you and they might all be under different bishoprics or duchies or kingdoms, and if you wanted to shop there, how you do it, I don't know. But I think this was one silver Gretchen, I think. So there it is. One silver Grecian. There's a one. You'll probably see it better on the video than I can see it on my camera here. And then we got the arms of this place, which I forgot to say is Rus Schleiz, if that's right. Apologise if I'm saying it wrong. This is a lovely, another name for one of these little districts or little elements in Germany called Mecklenburg Strelitz. 2 Pfennigs, 1872. So this must be one of the last of these, because 1870 they became an empire and they amalgamated all their low value coins like the Pfennigs, but this must be one of the last of this old series where they did produce, I think, 2, 3 and 5 marks. They could do those in the kingdoms and duchies, those that were left after then, but all these little ones, they disappeared and they had the standard coins. So this must be one of the last of this and you've got the king's, or whoever it is, their initials and a crown. Ireland, 1940. I was surprised. I bought this and I didn't know what it was made of, but it is silver. Well, part silver anyway. 2 florin, 2 shillings. At this period, they were using the sort of the English coinage, so there was pennies, florins, half crowns. So this is a 2 shilling. Little salmon, I think that is, or something like that. And then you got the Irish harp, 1940 era. Now we've got Japan. There we go. 50. What's this, sen? Is it at those times? But 1965, so quite a recentish one compared with others. Again, got these holes in them, and a quite nice flower arrangement here. I think it's a chrysanthemum that's got a hole punched in it. A bit earlier, Japanese, 1881. You've got the chrysanthemum at the top that gives you an idea it is Japan. Then you've got the writing underneath. And this one is half a sen. I think it's on the bottom here. These lovely dragons. I love these dragons they get on Chinese and Japanese and I think Korean coins of this period. Lovely dragon. Lebanon, much in the news at the moment. Hopefully that will all be sorted out and they can then live in peace and become the Paris of the East that they used to be, and people could get on with their lives. Let us all pray and hope for that. 1924. So, Lebanon. I think it was 1924. It might still be under French control after that. Grand Estates of Grand Lebanon, the Lebanese, famous for these cedars of Lebanon. I'm not sure if they've got any left now. They might have been cut down because even from ancient times they were cut down and sent over to Egypt and wherever, because as wood is a very short supply in that part of the world. And these are the cedars of Lebanon. The Netherlands, 1897, 25 cents. 1897. Again, a nice little piece of silver. They always look quite sharp and clear, these silver coins, very nice. There's the Queen Wilhelmina on there. They have got a certain ring about them. The Philippines in East Asia, Southeast Asia, 1882. So this was the period under Spanish rule. I think the Spanish ruled them from 1500s up until, was it 1898, when during the American-Spanish War, where they were taken over by America. So that's got the Spanish coat of arms. And there's the king. Alfonso the 12th. They had a lot of Alfonsos. This one, Portugal. 100 reis. Again, it's a little bit of silver. 1893. Portugal. Here we've got the king. There. You probably read the king's name better than I can. Is it Carlos? Charles, Carlos. (1927) Portugal. I think they had become a republic by then. They had got rid of the king. 5 centavos. I think that's the right, because they haven't got the king on this side, they've just got a image of a woman. I think it's that sort of liberty head or something like that. South Africa, 1962. So you got it in 2 languages, in Afrikaans and English. South Africa and South Africa. 10 cents. Another little piece of, tiny little bit of silver. Always nice to see. And there you got unity is strength. Not sure who he is. Must be one of the founders of the Dutch Republic. Now we've got South Rhodesia, 1937. Some tribal spears, 3 pence, threepence. And the king. What is South Rhodesia now? Is it? It's not. I think it begins with a Z. It's not Zimbabwe, it's Zambia. Is it Zambia now? George VI, King and Emperor. Spain, 1945. They've just gone through a terrible civil war. Just before the Second World War, they kept out of the Second World War because they're probably exhausted by then. But so it was under Franco. So it was a fascist state under Franco. Spain, 1945. And there we got the Eagle of Spain with the coat of arms. Straits Settlements, 1926, 20 cents. Again, it's a nice little piece of silver. They produced these in very similar sort of 10, 5 cents, and also from the different kings, they had the same sort of, apart from the king at the back, I think the front was very similar. And again, we've got George V, King and Emperor of India. Well, I hope that was of some interest. I apologise again for not coming back to you so soon, but hopefully we'll come back on track and I'll produce a few more videos once a week, if not a bit sooner. So thank you very much. Please subscribe if you haven't. It all helps and it doesn't cost anything. Give it a like, add a comment if you can. That all helps to boost my channel. Okay, I'll see you again soon. Bye.